which brings me. I'm not going to get this far into this like with Hillary Clinton. We will watch and report on obviously on the Democratic convention. I'm curious to see how they're going to react and what their policies are going to be, and how Sanders delegates are going to react. But and let me add, the only reason really to watch the Democratic convention is to see the futility of the Democratic Party. Somebody needs to tell them, look, the numbers are not there. She's not going to be elected. It's just not going to happen. The only way it might happen is if the policy fairy would come down and drop magic dust on her and she turned in to Bernie Sanders. He would have a chance. But Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine, and I don't get it. The other thing I don't get, and this kind of got to me the other night listening to the fascist. I shouldn't call him a Nazi. He's a fascist. He's America's fascist. Complete fascist. Like the guy who went ape shit in Munich today and killed, so far I think it's 7 or 8 people and a bunch of people wounded. The German police say they're pretty convinced he wasn't an Islamic terrorist, that he was in fact an extreme right-winger who just decided to go kill a lot of kids at McDonald's. You know how these fuckers are. You heard it last night. If you listened, you heard it. No surprise there either. But the thing that puzzles me is why these ardent, absolute Hillary Clinton supporters, why don't they realize this stuff? This is at New York Times, it's in Common Dreams, it's at Politico, it's all over the goddamn place about what the policies are going to be. And the policies are not, of Clinton, are not going to do a goddamn thing about income inequality, nothing about the problems we're facing here. Global warming, oh fuck it, you know as well as I do that a Clinton administration, like a Trump administration, is not going to do shit. You know that. You know that. And why don't they know that? The people who really support Hillary Clinton. I was thinking about that. I couldn't figure out why all those white people at the convention center in Cleveland with their mouths open and their flags waving and lock her up, all that bullshit. We heard it last night. I can't understand why they don't understand their candidate, Trump, and what he's going to do to them. And what his policies are going to drop on their goddamn heads. I can write that off to the inherent assholeisms of Republicans. They're a bunch of dumb shits. But I didn't think that was, I hoped it wasn't true about Democrats. But over the past year and a half, and going back 8 years, watching the Hillary Clinton supporters just become as rabid as some of the Trump supporters. Now, that was 8 years ago. I don't know how they're going to be this time. Come on. We're Democrats. Well, we used to be. We're not Democrats anymore. But let's pretend like we're still Democrats. And we're considering voting for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton doesn't give a shit about income inequality. Come on. None of them do. I'm not picking on her. Nobody in the political... Okay, there's a few exceptions. There are a few exceptions. Maybe 10, 20... maybe 100 across the entire spectrum of politics in this country. City councils, state governments, national government, maybe 100. Okay, maybe 150. But the people who really run the country, the idea of income equality is a goddamn joke. Now they'll They'll go along with the joke. Oh, yeah, well, we're in favor. Yeah. How about $12 an hour, you asshole? 15? Fuck you. Maybe 14, 13, 13.50. I mean, it's that. It's that. It's that. Democrat, Republican, Libertarian. I don't know about the Greens. I guess the Greens aren't that way. I'm probably not. Bernie Sanders wasn't. But Bernie Sanders wasn't a Democrat. Why in the name of hell did he run that way? I guess so he'd get on the ballot. I don't know. I don't know.